All right, Red Robinson is here. How are you?
And you're home from Boston.
Yes, home.
And you're all together.
All in one piece, which is good. Excited about tonight?
Oh, are you kidding? I got so nervous some of those games I had to leave the room. As soon as I heard Carol scream, I run back and we scored.
There you go. Yeah. All right, well, you had an interesting chat with a very well-known person.
Well, a couple of very well-known people. Our local guy, Rob Feenie, and Graham Kerr were here for Eat Vancouver, which was the big event down at the Convention Center, Vancouver Trade and Convention Center. And these are two of the headliners. I call them the super chefs. Graham Kerr and Iron Chef champion Rob Feenie. And then we talked about food as entertainment and its importance in everyday life. Now, we talked first with Rob Feenie, a Vancouver's super chef and food consultant for the Cactus Club restaurant chain. And Rob recalls the pressure of the Iron Chef competition.
I have decided that our challenger, Chef Feenie, will face off against Iron Chef Morimoto.
Well, if you know about television, it was pre-taped, so we had to be on set at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we started taping at 8, and then the live feed started going, well, live to tape anyway, started going at 9. So we didn't have a lot of time to get ready. So it was one of the most nerve-wracking, even though it's only an hour of television, it was really over 3 hours of my entire life. So it was, but you know, at the same time, it was one, I look back at it now, I mean, that was 2005.
Yes, I know.
It's still to this day, is probably one of my biggest achievements, right? And it's great because I work with hundreds of chefs at Cactus Club, right? And it's up to me to sort of take some of this knowledge and pass it on to them. And that's the cool thing I like about it, is I get to talk about the experience, because everyone always wants to know, right? But it was probably one of the neatest things I've ever done in my career, for sure.
That's great.
It is. They're all artists, you know. The one question I didn't ask was, is it true that you throw knives at each other in the kitchen? And Rob and I both agreed that Vancouver's come of age with fine dining, and it wasn't always this way.
And I've traveled outside of Vancouver a lot. I mean, I lived in Europe when I was younger, right? So it's, for me to be able to say that as a Canadian, I think we got some of the best restaurants in the world right here in Vancouver is an understatement. It's definitely that you know, Canada's getting to be more of a namesake place for food. You know, our product, because it's all about the product, right? And we've always had, you know this, you're from here, so we've always had really good product. So it's just about us sort of showcasing it, right? On the international stage, and we've done that. I mean, the Olympics kind of let us do that.
Oh, yeah.
Expo 86 kind of let us do that, because I remember back when, you know, John Bishop and Bruno Marzi and all those guys and Umberto, they've kind of led the way. So this is definitely a city, I think, that is just kind of starting. Because, I mean, Canada's still a very young country when it comes to food and wine. And wine, we forgot about wine. This is one of the greatest. I mean, British Columbia, the Okanagan Valley, what a great place for wine. And Vancouver Island, too.
Very true, very true.
Very, very, very true. And our next guest is Graham Kerr, the Galloping Gourmet. I always wanted to meet him. He told me about growing up in a hotelier family where he met some of the finest chefs in Europe as a young boy.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of the great chefs from Provence at that time came over from France to work in England, as many French chefs have done from Escoffier onwards, and came to work with my parents. And he was the one who I was given to at 12 years of age, saying, please keep him out from under the... He can't go in the bar anymore. That's illegal.
Yes, yes.
And so I was put in the kitchen, put on an orange box and given a little 6-inch Sabatier knife and was taught how to chop. So from 12 to 16, I played. From 16 onwards, I was paid. So I'm now 77 now, and I started being paid in this business at 16. So you can work it out for yourself.
That's funny. Gotta learn the craft.
I kidded him about his Larry King suspenders, but he had them long ago, long ago, different colors. And Graham appeared with Julia Child in a 1995 PBS special titled Cooking in Concert with Julia Child and Graham Kerr. Now, these two, more than any others, revolutionized food preparation, but he was kind of humble about it, and he talked about it like this.
And you have all of that nice chocolate which you can save for the cook.
I'm not sure that I should be put on the same level as Julia. Julia was classically trained French style, so was I, but Julia wanted to very faithfully continue to train people in that one and did it extremely well. My wife Trina said to me, if you are going to behave like that and try and teach people, you will not teach them, Graham, because you need to entertain them first and then teach them.
Do you think that I don't know that I've run out of time? Here we go.
And she said, I demand the first 6 minutes of this program of yours. That's my territory. After that, you can do whatever you like. So we had this tremendous tension going on between us. I insisted on the food. She insisted on me being... I don't know how else to put it.
Slightly goofy.
Yeah, they called me the gourmet fafalu.
Which means?
Which I think means wild and crazy.
That's a good story. Wow, that's great.
No, he's a very entertaining guy. And why I thought it was appropriate for our feature here every week is because food is entertainment now. It's part of the entertainment world.
You're right, yeah, definitely.
And these guys are artistes.
Nice.
Hey, can I put a plug in for
Sure.
something?
Yeah.
A musical that features Dave McCormick and myself, two old DJs. Yeah.